Guess who's in that cryptocurrency game, boys? Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Shit, I'm even in one called Butthole Coin. Look, it's called blockchain. You wouldn't get it. I've been doing this for 3 weeks, so yeah, I'm sort of an expert.
God, I knew this was a bubble. God, I knew it!
A 500, baby, never a doubt. Oh no, it's crashing. It's crashing! I'm seriously thinking about putting everything I got into it. Shit. Woo! No, 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 no. Hell yes. God damn it!
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Shout out to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. Let's get right into the markets today. So, we are seeing a little bit of a pullback, about a $10 billion pullback. We were so close to $300 billion. We touched that $299 mark, and then we took a little bit of a dive. But the interesting thing is that we're still seeing the Bitcoin dominance increase. So whereas yesterday we were seeing a little bit of love in the alts, today the alts are taking the beating while Bitcoin is actually up 0.27%. However, we're still doing a lot better than we were doing previously. Overall, the markets are much healthier than they were looking just a few days ago. If we look at the biggest gainers of the day, we do have Dogecoin still, probably on that news of the Robinhood listing. Kin, Zencash, Digibyte, Elf, Bytem, 8 shares, and Stellar. Overall, we're still doing very, very well. So moving on to what was the big story of yesterday. So the House Financial Services Committee just wrapped up a hearing entitled The Future of Money, Digital Currency. So you might be hearing a little bit about this guy over here, Brad Sherman. He had nothing nice to say about crypto at all. So I'm going to quote, and you can decide this for yourself. He says, cryptocurrencies are a crock. They allow a few dozen men in my district to sit in their pajamas on their couch all day until their wives are going to be millionaires. They help terrorists and criminals move money around the world. They help tax evaders. They help startup companies commit fraud, take money, and 1% of the time they actually create a useful business. But that again, I dare say that some tiny percent of all larceny and crimes help finance something that in turns out to be useful. He then goes on to say, crypto supporters delight in that cryptocurrencies are used for narcotic trafficking, terrorism, and tax evasion. Yes, because that's what gets me excited every day. Every day I get up and make videos because I'm just so pumped about narcotics trafficking, terrorism, and tax evasion. Yeah, that's why I get out of bed. We should prohibit U.S. persons from buying or mining cryptocurrencies. Ha! Wait, the plot thickens. Let us dive in a little bit deeper. So Allied Wallet had to forfeit $13.3 million to U.S. government because the funds were property involved in money laundering, traceable to proceeds of the operations of an illegal gambling business, okay? So that is something we need to keep in mind. Well, this is interesting. Allied Wallet happens to be a top contributor of $12,500. This is very, very interesting. Now, in his 10th term in Congress, according to the Opensecrets.org, all told, Sherman has received a little over $17 million in donations. Not too shabby. Make no mistake, though, he didn't sit in his pajamas on the couch telling his wife he'd be a Bitcoin millionaire. Lobbyists gave him the $17 million fair and square, right? So the guy who is telling us that cryptocurrencies are used for all of these crazy things is literally being supported by Allied Wallet that's being tied to illegal gambling. What's going on, guys? Like, seriously, like, double-edged, come on, like, you say one thing, you do another, so whatever. In response to that, though, you do have the witness Norbert Michael. So he was trying to look at things from a little bit different perspective. So we had that coming out. He said, let's see what he said. So he commented on the benefits of cryptocurrencies and technological advancements in general and pointed out that the U.S. government should not make new tech illegal simply because criminals use it. He says, yes, it's true that criminals have used Bitcoin, but criminals have also used airplanes, computers, automobiles. We shouldn't criminalize any of these instruments simply because criminals use them. He also goes on to explain a lot about government monopolies, centralization, how he doesn't think that there should be capital gains tax on crypto. So actually, I'll drop this in the description. You guys can have a lengthy read into that. A lot of stuff to go over. And, you know, when you look at other things too, so, you know, you have Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. He made it clear that the explosive growth in digital money isn't very high on their list of concerns. So the Fed doesn't have jurisdiction over cryptocurrencies and isn't seeking to provide oversight, he said. Federal agencies like the SEC and the CFTC, as well as state authorities, already oversee many crypto-related businesses and have shuttered some that have operated illegally. And we also have seen other things as well with the CFTC and SEC getting involved, you know, saying that they don't want to stifle the growth. They're just concerned about the legalities, the situations, the ICOs, right? So these are all things that we've heard of as well. You also have Steve Bannon, former President Trump advisor, saying that he does own Bitcoin and emphasized that he is developing his own cryptocurrencies. He says, I like Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. Okay? Bannon warned against the negative side of ICOs. Obviously, he added that too many investors get blown out by things that aren't thought through. Fair enough, Steve. He also has once said in a speech that blockchain-based cryptocurrencies can bring about liberation for Western countries from below the control of all effective relevant banks together with the Federal Reserve and the ECB and the ruling of everlasting political magnificence. Also wanted to mention that he did say, we are working on some tokens now, utility tokens, potentially for the populist movement on a worldwide basis, but they have to be quality. So that's just more people that are getting interested as well. I'm not going to go into this story for a second time today, but you have Goldman Sachs CEO believing that they will evolve business to deal with crypto. So we do have the new CEO. He's very crypto friendly. He's replacing the original one. So this is David Solomon. If you go to my video yesterday, I have a much more in-depth kind of view into his perspective and what he had to say moving forward. And if we go and look at our good old friend Vitalik Buterin, that's actually funny. Vitalik Buterin, you know, he was basically saying that he sees two of the biggest barriers faced by cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. It's basically being accepted as a prevalent currency in the world, and the major issues are scalability and ease of use. He says this is essentially what forbids the crypto coins from achieving their dream of widespread adoption. He also mentioned that banking and regulatory issues also cause some concerns over cryptocurrency in general. So that was basically the news for the day. That was the big thing. That was what was going on. That was the big talk of the town yesterday. Now, moving on to some quick crypto coin news, we do see that one game, one game, two blockchains, they say. So Ethereum-based game Etheremon will have a new home on the soon-to-be-launched Zilliqa blockchain. According to the company's announcement from earlier this month, a lot of the gameplay will be moved to the Zilliqa protocol. The Pokemon-based Decentralized game is the second most popular game on Ethereum blockchain, right after CryptoKitties. Also, we see Stratis Identity being released for iOS. Not too much coin news today, guys. So what I did want to talk about was Binance. They're still doing it. We got Malta. Malta is set out to literally be the decentralized haven for the world. So it says another day, another crypto forward development in Malta, as it backs its promise to become the world's blockchain island. So New Fund, a German-based blockchain protocol for securities, tokenization, and issuance, will be partnering with MSX, an innovation vehicle of the Malta Stock Exchange. Malta Stock Exchange is also partnering with Binance with the scope for the creation of a regulated and decentralized global stock exchange. Malta is absolutely killing it. I'm actually considering visiting Malta. I think I want to go on a trip there now. This place sounds fun. So you also have HSBC saying that they're cautiously investigating use cases for crypto. Josh Bottomley, HSBC's global head of digital, described the bank's position on the cryptocurrency ecosystem and their investment approach, explaining that they are only interested in real use cases for cryptocurrencies. So here are some quotes from him. He says, we are cautiously looking into the area. There's a use case when you have a token or currency that's actually useful for a particular purpose and it serves that need. But that is very different to if it's pure speculation. Right now, we're not interested in any of that, but that could change over time. One of the criteria we use if an asset class is showing incredibly volatility up and down, for the vast majority of our customers, that makes it an inappropriate saving or investment vehicle. We do know that the volatility in crypto has been a major turnoff for so many different people. I've spoken to friends and family that tell me they're just plain scared. They're just too scared to invest in cryptocurrencies because of the volatility. And as we've seen, guys, we know, I mean, yeah, you can have a 50% gain overnight. You can have a 100% loss overnight, you know? So it's very, very scary. So the other thing, I want to talk about some adoption. So you have China's internet search giant, which is Baidu. So they've launched their own token to operate within its image copyright blockchain-based ecosystem that will power their image searches. So this is really interesting. So the Baidu Totem token was revealed at a press conference yesterday alongside a white paper which says that there will be 4 billion such tokens with an annual inflation rate of 4.5%. That's what they say according to this rough translation down here, which you guys, I'll leave a link for that as well. So that is more adoption. You also have Peter Gabriel. I don't know if you guys know, this is probably, I don't know who's watching this channel. If you don't know, he was in the band Genesis. So it says that he's looking into the blockchain startup Provenance, and Provenance's goal is to create a better transparency in food transportation by applying blockchain technology. This is not something we haven't seen before, guys. We've seen this plenty of times. Origin Trail, there was that startup on NEM that just happened the other day as well. I believe it's actually called Origins. So this company will be funded from the former Genesis frontman to implement its blockchain-based application with over 1,000 food and beverage businesses by 2025. So, Peter Gabriel said this about it. He said, "We need to be able to trust the source and distribution chain, particularly when it comes to guaranteeing that things are produced ethically and in an ecologically sound way. I am convinced that the service Provenance provides using their blockchain data system is going to find a big role going forward and will be, of great use to consumers, et cetera, et cetera." I even did an interview a while ago with eHarvest Hub. I've actually seen a lot of these projects. They're even smaller ones. They're like local, community, small counties and things of that nature. They've all been looking into this blockchain solution, for being able to have more sustainably sourced, or tracing organic food, whatever the case is, all right? We've seen a lot of these spring up, and that's just great use case and adoption for Bitcoin. But hey guys, it wouldn't be a crypto video without somebody bashing on it, right? So you have Ken Griffin, the CEO and founder of the Citadel hedge fund, has reiterated his negative stance on Bitcoin. So speaking at the Alpha conference in New York, Griffin admitted that he still scratches his head about Bitcoin, claiming that the younger generation should do something more productive than invest in digital currencies. Griffin further declared that his company is having a hard time deciding whether it should be a liquidity provider for a product that he does not believe in, adding that there's no need for cryptocurrencies. They're a solution in search of a problem. Yeah, okay, so tell that to the families in Venezuela who just used Nano and were able to basically feed their community for a month based on a mere $600 donation. Yeah, okay, dude, whatever. It's really easy coming out of the mouths of these big millionaire, billionaire whales who have basically made their money. Well, I'm not going to go into it right now. This isn't the time for political spiel, but yes, I would highly say that it is necessary. And, tell that to these other countries whose, inflation is so incredible that literally their money is worthless. So, that being said, let's talk about something on the lighter side before we end this. So, you do have founder of $150 million Indian Bitcoin Ponzi scheme. The mastermind behind the infamous scheme, Gain Bitcoin, has offered to actually compensate the victims who incurred losses during this $150 million crypto scam. Now under arrest, Amit has been found as the kingpin behind the India's biggest cryptocurrency scam. So the founder of the now defunct Bitcoin mining pool, GB Miners, and the investment scheme commonly known as Gain Bitcoin has offered to repay investors all of their initial investments in Indian rupees. Bam! Justice is served. Don't get involved in these guys. Now I wonder if, it's too bad BitConnect never gave those guys back there. And oh wait, no, they did, but the tokens are worthless. Anyway, that being said, I also wanted to talk about this as well. So this was Cryptocurrencies' oversight of new assets in the digital age. So this was another thing that was held the other day as well. You have Amber Balday. She was there. So that was a really awesome thing. I'll drop a link in that. That was a really good conversation if you guys didn't have an opportunity to see that. And guys, I also have this poll on Twitter. I said, would you be interested in a Throwback Thursday themed episode where once a week I cover an older, more established project in detail? I gave examples, Komodo, Dash, Omisego, List, Dogecoin, haha, etc. And there's been 391 votes so far. 85% are saying that they think that would be awesome. So I'm going to just assume that even though there's only 8 hours left, probably unless there's a crazy turn of sentiment and opinion, you guys think that this is a good idea. So if you're not following me on Twitter, I do polls like this all the time. You guys can follow me. It's at the Crypto Zombie. And since it looks like we're winning, I have decided to honor this poll today. I will be doing an interview tonight with Josiah, DGB Chilling. on Digibyte. So we're going to be doing a live stream Digibyte interview. Now, you know, I haven't really dived into Digibyte on this channel. The coin is pretty much a mystery to me. You know, I've only very briefly looked into the tech, and this was months ago. And now that it seems to be kind of getting back on the radar again, the community has spoken up, and a lot of people have asked me to cover this topic. So I figured instead of doing a review, why don't I just get the ambassador on himself, let him tell us everything about Digibyte. So if you guys want, that'll be happening tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be live. Ask questions, join. It'll be a good time, guys. So that being said, I want to say thank you so much for coming back to my channel. You guys are awesome. For everyone that's been liking, subscribing, commenting, you are literally the best. Thank you so much for coming along this journey with me as well. If you haven't joined the Telegram group below, Crypto Zombies Telegram, definitely join that. Link in description. That being said, my name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.